Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Playback podcast. If you guys are new here, we talk about film news and movie reviews. A lot of you must be new here because this is our first video podcast. This is our first one on the channel. We actually have 9 other episodes. You can find those on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. But this is our first video podcast. So, welcome. Welcome to the studio. To the studio.
That was bad.
Yeah.
That was bad.
I'm not stressed. I'm not stressed at all. I think I've been more stressed in my life, actually, now that I think about it.
So, yeah.
This fucking... hold up. Let's see. Let's do this. Oh, my God. Everything. Oh, my God. Everything. This episode is probably going to be like a shit show. Please, 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 please be nice. I did a lot of... Oh, no! Not the camera. Oh, please turn back on. All right, cool. Yeah, I'm good. Don't worry about me. Oh, fuck, man. Yes, we got some movie news to talk about. First of all, how you doing?
I'm good. I actually got to watch Evil Dead today, so normally I miss it if I work the whole weekend.
Right. By the way, I forgot to say this. I'm Noah. I'm joined here by my good friend Hyder.
Hello, I am Hyder.
Anybody who's new here, we used to work at a movie theater together, and we started a podcast. Now we're talking about it. So if you guys are, liking that kind of stuff, go ahead and subscribe down below. You can find us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and now YouTube. So a little bit about me. I am a film student. I love movies. I've loved movies ever since maybe 2011, I think is when the first time I realized, like, oh, these are, like, actually things that will change my life. Started going to the movies, watching like the Avengers and stuff like that with my dad at the theaters, and I've been addicted ever since. So that's my ultimate goal in life. I want to make movies. Hyder, I know you got some background with theater, and obviously you work at a movie theater too with me. So what got you into movies?
Just I have a really big family. It's 8 people. 6 kids, 2 parents, and I don't know. The funnest part of it was just hanging around watching movies. So I got the chance to watch a lot of classic movies. 'Cause my dad's from born in the 60s, raised in the 80s and 70s. So I got to watch a lot of fucking really good action movies, really good dramas. My dad's also a big fan of movies. So
like the little Hong Kong action movies.
Yeah, this dude's Jackie Chan. He loves Jackie Chan.
Yeah, man. So we've been wanting to do this for a while. We already started this. Like I said, we've had 9 episodes already, so you guys can listen to those, or you can tune in here every week. We do this, talking about film news, movie reviews. Yeah, man. So welcome. I'm happy to do this. I'm not stressed at all. Let me just tell you that right now. I'm actually very fucking stressed. This setup took so long, and let me tell you, Amazon is hit or miss sometimes when it comes to camera accessories, because I bought something that was supposed to work and I didn't try it until maybe 2 hours before we were about to start shooting. Tell me why that thing doesn't work. I spent $25 on it. Prime shipping, got it in a day. Didn't think to try it though, because I thought maybe it would work like it's supposed to work. It didn't work. So I had to do a lot of different stuff. If you guys can see what the fuck is going on over here, there's a lot of shit going on over here. And I'm very, very stressed right now, but we're going to go through it. Hyder, thank you for the Red Bull. I appreciate you, buddy. Cheers. Cheers. All right. So how we do things here is we talk a little bit about the movie news first. Then we talk about the movie of the week, and then we'll do something fun at the very end. We don't really know what that's going to be every week, but yeah, that's how it goes here. So I know that we don't have a lot of news to talk about, but some of the news, it came out maybe in the last 2 weeks or so, and then we have CINEMACON. You want to start off with the movie news?
Yeah, it's just if you've been tuning into our podcast on Apple and Spotify, we've been talking about a bunch of stuff, but mainly to do with Lilo and Stitch live action movies coming out. I also have a few box office numbers for you for the movies that have come out over the weekend, but let's hop straight into it. The role of David in the live action Lilo and Stitch has been recasted, It is now, excuse me if I pronounce this wrong, Kaipo to do it, and he's going to be taking on that role. Chris Sanders, the original voice of Stitch, is also in talks to return as Stitch.
Number one, I don't know. He got recast for a different reason than we wanted to, right?
Well, he doesn't look like David.
Yeah, but I heard that he was like he had like
It's just
videos.
There's videos of this guy came up and he was not the best person.
Okay, that's why he got recasted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It had nothing to do with like fans being upset. Which again, like this is Disney. I don't think they're really gonna care if fans are that upset about something.
Yeah, they're gonna do it regardless. And plus, this is going to straight to Disney Plus.
Yeah.
So I mean, like they really don't care as much as we think they do. Who knows though? Maybe they do, and they just believe in this movie so much. If you believe in a movie so much, put it to theaters.
Other than that, we do have a release date for American Born Chinese. It's a movie or a show?
It's a show.
It's a show. It has Michelle Yeoh in it, Ki Kwan, a bunch of other Asian actors in it.
Stephanie Hsu.
Stephanie Hsu's in it as well. Yeah, you're right. I'm not 100% sure what they're doing with it. It seems like a little bit like a Forbidden Kingdom type of show.
Oh, that's a good reference, man. Forbidden Kingdom's actually very underrated.
Also, is that the one? Is that the one with Jet Li as the
Jet Li and Jackie Chan?
Yeah,
same movie.
Yeah. So that it seems like a little bit like that. May 24th on Disney Plus.
Yeah, I watched the trailer and I thought it looked good. This is the same director as Shang-Chi. Mm-hmm. So I have hope for it. It looked more like fantastical. I thought it was going to be more of like a story about Asian Americans in the U.S., but I guess it's more to do with like the mythology of Chinese lore and stuff like that. So I don't know. I didn't see too much that I was excited for. I'll still maybe watch a couple episodes, and if I get hooked, I get hooked. So
I'm more likely to like finish the show out, just because like once I start things, I like to finish them.
Yeah, you do.
Don't do that.
All right,
but the thing is, of the casting so far, obviously you have Michelle Yeoh and Ki Kwan, and I'm not 100% sure how much Stephanie Hsu is good at hand-to-hand combat, but this has a lot to do with fighting and stuff.
Well, she had a little bit of hand-to-hand combat in Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Yeah, but this is like the first movie I've seen her in, so I'm not gonna be like. She's working with the same people though, so you gotta imagine like choreography is gonna be a little bit more on point because they're used to each other at this point. Yeah. All right, moving on. Ari Aster's Beau is Afraid has drawn in only 3.2 million worldwide. It is a small release. It was not a wide release like other movies. I don't think it was originally even supposed to come to most of the theaters I went to. It was like a released and then re-released again to different theaters, which is, from what I'm seeing, actually good for them. They didn't make that much, but they made enough. I'm not sure how much it costs to produce their movie, but it is a small budget film.
Are you going to watch it?
Yeah, I didn't get to watch it today. It's 3 hours long. I was going to watch it, but Evil Dead rang a little bit faster than me.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I love Hereditary. I have not watched Midsommar yet. And I think I have to watch Midsommar first because Hereditary is just great. Like it's an amazing movie. Mm-hmm. I want to get a better feel of Ari Aster as a director before I watch this because he's talked about this project as like a passion project that he's wanted to do for 10 years. So I feel like I need to give him my attention to his other films before I jump into this one. But yeah, I don't know. It looks weird. And Joaquin Phoenix is in it, and he's like playing like 3 different versions of himself or something. I don't know. And it's 3 hours long, so hopefully I'll watch it. But if I don't be surprised.
Yeah, you should definitely give Midsommar a chance. It's really, really good. It's one of the first movies that make me feel uncomfortable.
Yeah, I heard that. Everybody said that.
Yeah, no, there's a scene with a cliff. Just that's it. That's all I'll say.
All right.
Evil Dead. Now this one's a little different. 44.5 million worldwide. We got the chance to watch it. We'll talk about it a little bit later, but that's pretty good numbers. It is a scary movie. I don't think it has that big of a budget, so it's gonna 100%. It's already making profit, I think.
No, yeah. Keep in mind, this movie was supposed to go straight to HBO Max. If they would have done that, they would have wasted $19 million because that's what they spent on making the movie. Instead, you make $44 million, so you make a profit on this movie.
Yeah.
A little bit of a profit right now because like the marketing cost is usually double the production cost. So they still made profit, and they made more money than they would have if they hadn't released it in theaters. So very big success.
Yeah, this is just opening weekend too, so they have definitely more chance to make the money back. Or yeah, and then I think this ties into something that the Warner Bros. Execs said at CINEMACON, with they no longer plan on making anything that goes direct to streaming.
Yeah, thank God, man, because in 2021, when Warner Brothers announced that they're doing day and date releases, that was the stupidest idea I've ever heard. Because at that time they were actively trying to get people to be comfortable with going to the theaters. Why would you make it a business model to release the same movies that you're releasing in theaters, to release that on HBO Max at the same time? You're literally like alienating your profits if you had to just put it in theaters, just in theaters. So I think that's a good move, because look, it makes money. Even Netflix has jumped on the bandwagon too. They released Knives Out 2. They released that in theaters, even only for a week. They still made more money. They made like what, $15 million. That's $15 million more than they had. So I think it's a good idea.
Yeah, it also draws it back onto their streaming service. If people really enjoyed it, they'll come watch it also on their streaming service. That
was pretty when Bullet Train came out.
Yeah,
it was the #1 movie for like the first week that it came out on Netflix.
It shows that all the people have like their doubts. Movies are still alive.
Yeah. Is that all the movie news that we got?
Outside of CinemaCon, yeah.
Okay. So speaking of CinemaCon is going on. It's day 2 today. We had the Warner Brothers presentation today, and they're also showing The Flash right now to a bunch of different audiences. So that's going to be cool to look at the reactions. I'll probably do like a separate video on that. But for now, we're going to talk about day 1 of CinemaCon. There's a lot, so let's just jump right into it. Sony did their presentation at CinemaCon. They showed off some new footage for Gran Turismo and Spider-Verse. Gran Turismo being an adaptation of the popular racing video game that launched with the first Sony PlayStation. And then we have Spider-Verse that got an extended look, basically telling us a little bit more about the story. A lot of, Miles having to deal with his mom, and kind of gives us a better look at what Spider-Verse is actually going to be about across the Spider-Verse. Let's see. We also got some footage of Ridley Scott's film Napoleon. That's based on the French Commander, with Joaquin Phoenix starting as the titular character. Sources said that the footage was very impressive. It was very brutal, very bloody, and it's also Ridley Scott. So I don't think he's done a movie since The Martian, I believe. Something like that. Speaking of brutal, we have our first look at Kraven the Hunter. And this is very, very, very exciting because it was announced to be rated R, which anybody who reads comics or even just plays the video games of Spider-Man, that's very well fitting for Kraven to be like a rated R property. The first footage is shown depicting Aaron Taylor Johnson as Kraven using a bear trap to kill someone while biting their face off. So that's definitely rated R. Rhino is also teased in the footage, and it's not the same Rhino from The Amazing Spider-Man 2, which to me is a good sign. Hyder, I know you were talking a little bit about that too. How excited are you for Kraven the Hunter now?
I mean, I know Spider-Man characters are more towards your area in Marvel, and this is it's a Sony property though, right? It's just cool to see rated R superhero stuff, even if it's villains. It's cool to see that shit. Because if you do read comics and you do watch older shows, it's how they were. Like, they gotta imagine, it's a guy with a superpower. You'd think he's really gonna tap someone, they're gonna go flying and not die. It's shown in Logan, Deadpool. I can't think of anything else that's rated R, but it's just nice to see that they're not afraid to go that way.
Yeah, and I think that this is what Sony needed to do the entire time, because they had properties like Venom. They had Morbius, and Morbius is a vampire who literally kills people to drink their blood so that he can live, keep living. I think that should have been rated R. I think Venom should have been rated R. Sony's definitely pushing more towards the villains instead of making their own Spider-Man stuff. Obviously, because the MCU is, they have their Spider-Man right now. So I think that this is a good move by Sony to make it rated R. It definitely piqued my interest a lot more. And Aaron Taylor Johnson, he looks fantastic as Kraven. He was great in Bullet Train, so I'm very excited to see what he does. But yeah. So we got that down. And then to round out Sony's presentation, a film based on the GameStop stock fiasco of 2021 entitled Dumb Money gets shown off. And the film stars Paul Dano as a man who puts his life savings into GameStop stocks. The film also stars an ensemble cast of Seth Rogen, Clancy Brown, Shailene Woodley, Sebastian Stan, Nick Offerman, Vincent D'Onofrio, and a bunch more. Hyder, I don't know how you like ensemble casts, but to me this looks pretty good. I haven't seen the footage. Nothing from CinemaCon gets leaked, basically. So what do you think about this movie?
I think with big casts like that, with like a lot of bigger actors, it can be either a good thing or a bad thing. A lot of times it pulls away from the movie. But recently, John Wick, that had a massive cast. It had a lot of like bigger actors in it, actors some people haven't seen in a while, a lot of action stars. It can be done. I do think this is the type of movie where it can be done. It's like Air. You enjoyed Air a lot, right?
I loved Air.
And Air had a few bigger actors in it as well.
Mm-hmm.
It's mainly because it's based on, they have like source material to go off of. It's not like just having these actors they have to focus on. Everyone's going to have their role in this type of movie.
See, my thing is that as long as, like you said, everybody has a role, then I'm fine with it. If it's a movie like, let's say, The Expendables, everybody has a role in it, but it's a very small role because they have so many stars.
Yeah.
So, like, the more stars you have, the less screen time each one is going to get. And I think that could be a bad thing depending on how the director kind of utilizes its stars. However, this sounds good just because I'm very interested in Paul Dano right now. He did The Fabelmans, and I know he's done a lot more stuff, but me personally, I just got into like Paul Dano movies. He did Batman, he did Fabelmans, so I'm definitely excited for this. And then Seth Rogen, I always watch anything that Seth Rogen does. And everybody else in here is really good as well. So yeah, that's pretty much all of Sony's presentations. We got some more stuff like with a new Jennifer Lawrence R-rated comedy, stuff like that. And yeah, that's Sony's presentation. We'll get into Warner Brothers presentation in a later video. I'll probably just do like a separate video on that. And then we'll talk about more movie news when episode 11 comes out next week. So, but for now, we're going to talk about, let me get this fucking sweat. Hold on. Oh, Jesus Christ, man.
The lights, isn't it? They're all on you.
Dude. Oh, 3 fucking lights are on in here.
Oh, wait. Let me talk about something. Sony's executive dropping that line.
Oh, yeah.
As you can see at Sony, we're not fucking around.
I love it.
Yes.
I love it.
I don't like Sony, though. That's like the thing.
I don't like Sony, but then again, just because they kind of fucked Spider-Man.
Oh, I meant like just be from the theater.
No, I know.
They won't let us watch movies.
Yeah. And I'm glad that they said that, though, because Sony is the only like big company that doesn't really have a streaming service. They have Crackle, but like, come on, they're not actually updating that shit. Yeah. So, yeah, man, I'm excited for what Sony does. They have, I believe, 23 movies coming out this year and up in the next year. So
we got to think about it this way too, though. They're like one of the only people that aren't afraid of Marvel. They have their own shit. Like for the longest time, they held on to Spider-Man.
They finessed the fuck out of Marvel with that. Yeah.
They still have most of the villains. Most of like Spider-Man's main villains are still Sony exclusive, aren't they?
Most of them, yeah.
Yeah, for a long time, Marvel can't even access the people they bought off of Sony.
Yeah. The only reason they were able to is because they made a special deal with Sony that Sony is playing nice with their Spider-Man characters. So
yeah, so other people like 20th Century Fox fucking dumped that shit. They were like, all right, whatever. Pretty
much, yeah. And I think that another studio that's not really afraid of Marvel right now is DC.
Yeah, I mean they're throwing they're honestly they're using the blueprint that Marvel originally started with smaller like characters that fans love, that they know they already have a rich history with, and then introducing hey, don't worry, down the line we have Superman, Batman, but right now we have Booster Gold, Blue Beetle.
Well, Superman's the first one.
Well, yeah, but like they have like announced like don't worry, we have these things, but we're also focusing on these small parts. And you can do that with Iron Man. Is obviously a big hero, but there wasn't really that much Iron Man shit out. And like I don't know if you growing up, did you think Iron Man was one of your favorite heroes? No, because there's always Spider-Man, Superman, Batman.
Only time I ever thought about Iron Man was when the animated stuff came out, like in the 90s, and they had like a crossover episode with the 90s Spider-Man. That's the only time I was ever like thinking about Doctor Strange, Iron Man, even the X-Men. I wasn't watching the 97 X-Men. I was watching Spider-Man mainly. So
yeah, so like stuff like that is cool to see. A lot of fans have like Booster Gold because of Blue Beetle. So it'd be cool to see them link that if that's the line they want to go down. And also, that they care. First of all, James Gunn mainly. He cares about the fans because a big thing for DC that they haven't touched on is Static Shock. And over the weekend, he talked about don't worry, Static Shock and other like pivotal roles will be getting like live action things or like new things. I'm very excited for Static Shock because that shit has long deserved live action.
And again, Warner Brothers is doing their presentation. We'll cover all that DC stuff later.
Yeah.
DC Studios is hot right now, and I think that they're definitely in a better position than Marvel right now, just because of what Marvel's been going through and Phase 4 and stuff like that. So, I think DC has the upper hand here, moving forward at least.
Yeah, for now.
Another Warner Brothers property, though, is Evil Dead Rise. We just talked about it. It made $44 million, and we got to watch it. First of all, I just wanted to hear what you thought about the movie, like pros, cons.
Glad you gave it to me. I actually just watched it a couple hours ago. It wasn't scary at all to me. I watched it alone, which I've only ever now 2 movies alone, Mario and this movie. I did not get jump scared at all. I think I got scared once, but it was like more of a I'm alone watching a movie thing than the actual movie itself. It was really gory, but not like practically gory. Like it was like, hey, this is cool. Yeah, this is a horror movie. Like this fucking person's throwing up all over the floor. This person's getting their leg chopped off and they're still walking. Type of gore. I actually really liked the little girl. I thought she was a good actress. The little one. I can't remember her name right now. I think Alyssa Sutherland, is that her name?
I don't know.
The main actress, the person that gets possessed in this movie, fucking really good voice actress. That shit was crazy. And I know they were putting like reverb and shit on her voice, but like still.
Did you write down any notes
for this movie?
Yeah.
No. This is off the top of my head right now.
Okay.
But I remembered what I was gonna say. A lot of the negatives though for me were just that it at times seemed too like it seemed too much trying to like scare people. It wasn't scary at all to me. Like it shouldn't have focused on that. I wasn't scared like
It's a horror movie.
I know, but like it seemed like it was trying too hard to scare people.
Okay.
Like when you like see it coming.
Yeah.
That thing. Like there was a scene where she walked into the kitchen and the girl's sitting in the corner.
Okay.
Yeah, like you knew that like, something scary was gonna pop up, and they kept doing the camera panning thing that I hate, where they will pan this way and then pan that way. Although it did have some good camera shots. That's one of the pros I had for it too.
Yeah, I think the cinematography was one of the highlights of this movie. Particularly, there was a peephole shot, which I had never seen done before, and that was very creepy. And I think that the tone was perfect. Evil Dead typically walks the line of comedy and horror, and this one kind of keeps that same tone, and I thought it was perfect. It was making sure that things didn't come off too corny, and it was showing you all this gore and blood and stuff like that Evil Dead is known for. The sound design was fantastic. I think it was eerie, it was creepy, and a lot of the sounds gave me goosebumps when nothing was happening on screen. So that's how you know that they paid a lot of attention just to the little sounds, like the pan just hitting the stove. It's so loud and everything else is so quiet, and then you hear the burner turn on, and it's just like that's like a jump scare in of itself. Like I said, the fantastic cinematography. They do something a little interesting with the focus in some of these shots. There's like a double focus. where instead of like focusing on the main person and then switching to focus on the person in the background, it's focused on both of them at the same time. It's a little weird, but I do commend them just because that's a new shot that I haven't really seen. It was a little distracting though. Still, I'm glad they even tried it because that was pretty cool. I'd never seen anything like that. The opening title sequence was one of the greatest openings I've ever seen. And like I said, the sound design was great. When you hear or when you see the title come up, the fucking sound booms. And I wasn't even in like an IMAX theater or anything. I was in a regular theater. The sound fucking booms in your ear as you see the title crawl up and you watch this lady like get possessed and stuff. That's definitely one of the best opening title scenes I've ever seen. And I think our main hero is very likable. We want to root for them, which is what you ask for. I think it's like a kind of a classic horror movie hero. So it reminded me a little bit of like, what's her name? Jamie Lee Curtis's character in
Laurie.
Yeah, like Laurie reminded me of fucking not Sydney Prescott. Mm-hmm. So reminded me of that. Some of the cons of this movie, I think the pacing was a little slow, and that's really weird because the movie is only an hour and a half, and I think the pacing, how they kind of spread all of the scares and all of that stuff out, it took a little while. That might just be my brain, but I just thought it was a little bit too spread out. Certain things don't really connect in this movie. I feel like it could have just been cut out very like entirely, really. I'm not going to get into spoilers, but yeah. I can see hints at why this movie was made for HBO Max at first. I can see like I just feel the remnants of it being a streaming service movie, which is not like really a bad thing because this movie was $19 million, right? So they upgraded the budget a little bit when they said that they were going to take it to theaters. But for me, I don't know. I kind of just felt like, this kind of feels like a streaming service movie that I'm watching on a really big screen a little bit. So it's not too bad to the point where I like would have a problem with them releasing it in theaters. I'm still very glad that I watched it in theaters, but I did feel that a little bit. And then for me, also the character development, that was a little weak. Things get addressed in the very beginning, and I feel like when you address something, you should have a payoff at the end. A lot of those payoffs never happened. So stuff with the relationship between the two main characters, like the sisters, the siblings weren't really much of characters. You have a storyline with, this is not a spoiler, by the way, they put it in the trailer. You have a storyline with the main heroes and the main villains, like husband. And yeah, it didn't have any like conclusion to those. It kind of just left them open-ended, which is fine. I just wanted a little bit more. So overall, I think that the movie is a great installment of Evil Dead. I'm very glad that it was released in theaters. Like I said, it's already made its production budget back. It's a great horror movie. It has a lot of great gore, which is something that I don't think we see a lot. Like, there's a lot of blood in this movie, a lot of gore.
A lot.
Literally, they're in like an elevator filled with blood. That was a spoiler, my fault. So yeah, it had a pretty good cinematographer behind it. I was very visually interested. And yeah, I think there were a little bit of some stuff that I would tweak, but overall, I think it was a good movie. It was a good time at the theaters, and I'm probably going to give it like a 7 out of 10. What about you? What would you rank it?
I'm going to give it like a 6 out of 10. It was a good, like, it was enjoyable still. It was just like, I don't know. I go into horror movies like a different way.
How?
I'm mainly focused on acting. And besides the two main characters, the acting was iffy.
Okay.
Especially the neighbors, but that's like a different thing. They were just there for a few minutes.
Yeah.
There is a pro that I want to tell you, but it's a spoiler, so I'm not going to. I just enjoy when movies don't shy away from it. I can't really say it, but it happened in the last Halloween movie as well. I truly enjoy when like movies aren't afraid to like shy away from this one thing. So that's what gave it a plus in my opinion.
Okay.
Because they did a lot.
Not doing like the regular tropes, like the horror movie trope.
Oh yeah, there
right?
was no like.
Yeah.
See, almost did it. See what I'm talking about? Now you know what I'm talking.
So
Yeah, cut that part out.
6 out of 10.
6 out of 10. A lot of gore. That's pretty much it. Yeah, I enjoyed the gory parts of it.
Yeah, this is a new director to the Evil Dead franchise. I know that they did a reboot of the Evil Dead franchise back in 2013. I did enjoy that a lot. The trailers, it made it seem more corny than it actually was. And then I watched the movie and I realized, oh, that's just the style of the Evil Dead movies. Evil Dead 1, definitely very Sam Raimi. Sam Raimi is a great director as well. And he started his career off with the first Evil Dead. He has a lot of campy stuff mixed in with horror. And Jordan Peele had said something too about horror and comedy being very, very, very close to each other. And I think that's someone who does horror and comedy like very well as well. Yeah, man. I think that. Have you watched the Evil Dead movies?
Yeah, I got to watch them all. I rented them on Amazon.
What'd you think about them? Like, how do you like the franchise so far? Do you think you can see a future with them?
They can definitely do whatever they want with it because it's
almost like anthology.
Yes. Not a spoiler if you've watched the other Evil Deads. There's 3 books. You know, so like they can pretty much do whatever they want. Yeah. The thing is hard to kill. When you watch the older movies, you understand that it's very hard to kill. I do, however, like Army of Darkness the most.
See, I've only watched a little bit of Army of Darkness, but that's the one that I want to watch so badly because that one seems more of like a comedy, and people say that it seems more like a comedy also. And I feel like I'll just have a really good time watching that.
Yeah, I mean, it's Bruce Campbell too. And it's like, it's spawned a lot of like pop culture things too. So like that was really cool. After that, I would say Evil Dead 2, 2013, the first one, this movie, but not in a bad way. They're all enjoyable movies.
Mm-hmm. Evil Dead 2 also, I've heard that is just like, it's literally just an upgraded version of the first one.
Yeah.
Because for some reason, Bruce Campbell takes his newlywed wife to another cabin like a year after the first one. So they kind of just redo it. But yeah, man, I'm very interested in what they do next because they can literally just make this about anybody. And if you saw the movie, they do set up some stuff, but it's not like a post-credit scene Marvel kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? I would like to see more installments in the anthology of it. I think it's an interesting lore. The mythology is really cool. And yeah, I'm down for it. I'm glad they put it in theaters.
Mm-hmm. One thing I take away from the movie, though, the main actress, in my opinion, has earned herself like a chance at a different horror movie. She was like, I'd throw her in there with like that. So she had really good voice acting. And I don't know if it was her also like body acting or if they brought in a stunt double or anything, but the shit that she had to do in this movie.
Well, again, man, I think that a lot of it has to do with, number one, her voice acting, yes, but then also the sound effects, because every time she little twitch, you hear just the slightest little like bone crack or something like that. It's just small details like that was something that I picked up on. Again, in a regular theater, not even the IMAX theater. So that's how you know the sound is very well made. Yeah, man, anything else you want to say about Evil Dead?
Nope. If you haven't watched it, I definitely recommend watching it. If you're not like a big horror movie person, this is actually a good one to get into. It's not the scariest, so.
All right, cool, man. So that's our review on Evil Dead. If you guys watched it, let us know what you think down below in the comment section. All right, so got a little game to play now. Let's go. We're playing for $63,000.
Damn it.
And we have a pretty fun game for you guys. We did this last week on the podcast. I forgot to load in the sound effects.
Okay, so, I'll just make one in my mouth.
What? No.
My bad.
Okay. So we're gonna play a little trivia game now. We have 5 questions each to ask each other. Whoever answers the most correctly wins $63,000 and a brand new Nissan. That one's not open yet. Howder, do you want to go first, or do you want to let me go first?
I'm gonna go first because if you get this wrong, you're losing this game.
Okay, cool.
Good luck.
Yeah, good luck, buddy.
All right. In Back to the Future 2, what year does Marty McFly travel to?
Back to the Future 2?
Yep.
Which time? Because he time travels like 3 different times.
First time.
The very first time.
Yep.
Back to the Future 2.
Yes. I'll give you a hint.
It's 2015.
All right. Ding, 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 ding. First question's answered. Do I go through all 5 or you want to go one-on-one?
No, yeah, we'll go 1-on-1.
All right.
All right. One for one.
Yeah,
The fuck
you're
was I
1 for
doing that
1.
for? Okay. Hyder. Name the first movie to gross $1 billion.
Avatar.
Final answer?
Yep.
No.
Oh.
What the fuck? No. Damn, that's crazy. You are 0 for 1. The answer is Titanic.
Oh, I'm stupid. Yeah.
Titanic.
James Cameron did it.
Right.
Yeah.
You're 0 for 1, buddy. I'm very sorry.
I'm sorry. I actually really hate that movie.
Really?
I've never watched it in a full sitting. Like I just fall asleep.
Well, it's like 3 hours. You
I
know,
can watch
3.5
3-hour
hours
movies,
though.
though.
3.5 hours. That's pretty fucking excessive. So.
All right.
I'm in the lead now.
Isn't Avatar the highest grossing movie though?
No.
It's not. Is it Endgame?
Well, no. Yeah, it goes Avatar,
Okay. So okay.
Endgame. Yeah, but it wasn't the first.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Go ahead. Oh, it's my turn. I forgot. My bad. In Ferris Bueller's Day Off, they wreck a luxury car owned by Cameron's father. What car is it? You don't have to say the year, but what car is it?
Fuck. It's not a Ferrari. It's not a Lambo. I'm gonna say Miata.
Luxury car. I'll give you a second chance since that's not a luxury car.
I don't know cars. Fuck. Shit.
This is your second favorite
I know
movie.
it's red. I know it's a red car. Convertible.
You can tell what color it is?
All right, you're a fucking bitch.
I'll give you...
Is it Italian?
Yes. It's your last hint. I'll give you 10 seconds.
My hint is 10 seconds.
Oh, no, that was your last hint.
Oh, okay. Shit.
Final.
Ferrari.
Yeah, what car?
Hmm?
It's a Ferrari. What car?
I don't know.
All right. Okay, we'll give
It's
you
a Ferrari.
Do you want me to give you that one? It's a Ferrari 250 GT.
They never say 250 GT in the.
Twice.
No, they don't.
He says
Actually,
he says the name of the car.
250 GT.
Yeah.
Okay, but they say Ferrari,
Yes.
so it's right.
Yes.
All right,
I
cool.
guess in a
I'm
sense.
2 for 2,
It's a red
motherfucker.
Ferrari. He gets that one right.
Red Ferrari.
You did earlier
is all
say
you need
it
to
wasn't
know.
Ferrari though.
Huh?
You did earlier say not Ferrari.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Go ahead. You're 2 for 2.
Okay. So over or under 7. Okay. How many movies have Tim Burton and Johnny Depp collaborated on? Over or under 7 movies? You have a 50-50 chance of getting this.
Under.
Final answer?
Yeah.
That is incorrect. It's 8.
Fucking, I was probably gonna be 6.
It's 8. Yeah, Johnny Depp and Tim Burton have collaborated on 8 movies. Seems like a lot more, though, in my opinion.
I thought that was a lot less.
Yeah. Well, all right.
All right.
I'm 2 for 2. I'm
In
pretty sure I'm going to win.
Guardians of the Galaxy 2, Peter and Gamora slow dance to a song. What song is playing?
First song in the movie is I'm Not in Love. Second song in the movie is Come Get Your Love.
In Guardians of the Galaxy 2?
Guardians of the Galaxy 2?
Yeah.
Did you say Guardians of the Galaxy 2 or 1?
2. They slow dance to a song when they're holding the Walkman.
That's number 1.
Oh, my bad. Monsters it up at September 2. Number 1. They don't slow down to a song number 1, do they?
Yeah, they do.
It's number 1. My bad. Ignore that. Number 1.
We just rewatched this 2 episodes ago.
Fucking, I'm tired. It wasn't long.
Okay. So after that is Hooked on a Feeling with the prison montage. Fuck. You gotta give me some time. Hold on. I gotta think. Hold on. Don't say anything either. Can I look at the track list?
Yeah, go ahead.
Should I?
Yeah, go ahead. I'm going to see the track list and see if it's even on there.
It's on there.
But
No, I don't need it. Fuck that. I don't need it. I don't need that shit.
I'm going to look at the track list to see
I
if
don't
I
need your
was right or
fucking
not.
handouts. I really want to get this fucking right.
Oh yeah, it's on the track list.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, there was a lot of fucking songs this week.
Dude, it's on the tip of my fucking tongue, man. That's
I
what
can tell
she
you
said.
who sings the song. That's their last hint I'm gonna give you though.
I don't need a hint.
Okay.
I don't want your hints. Why is I'm Not in Love in my fucking head, bro? It's not. Yeah, I know. It's not Ain't No Mountain High Enough. That's the last song. It's not Cherry Bomb. It's a slower song. It's not Pina Colada.
Nope.
Yeah. That's a completely different scene when he's rescuing her. No, it's not. Fuck. I don't know, bro. Is it? Okay, I'm just going to say Ooh Child.
No, that's the dance battle.
Yeah. All right.
It's Bring It On Home to Me by Sam Cooke.
Fuck, okay.
All right, you're 2 for 3.
Damn. I wouldn't have got that, though. I was thinking something completely different.
Or you're.
I was thinking like a bigger song, at least.
All right.
Fuck. All right, 2 for 3, 0 for 2.
Yep. I'm probably going to lose, but let's go.
Who is the main killer in the film Friday the 13th?
The first one?
Yes.
His mom. I can't remember her name.
Okay. All right. That was easy. I thought I was going to get you on that. It was like a little...
Yeah. No, I actually asked that during the Halloween party.
Really?
That came to that same question.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, fuck. You're 1 for 3.
All right.
1 for 3. 2 for 3.
This isn't a movie. It is one of your favorite things, though. At least I don't remember if it's a movie or not. I'm not a very big fan of it like that. How much money does Lilo borrow from Nani to adopt Stitch? This is multiple choice.
$2.
Fuck.
I don't need multiple choice.
So I got to get the next two right.
Can I borrow $2?
Yeah.
All right. Cool. What am I? 3 for 4?
Yes.
So I have to get the next one
right,
wrong.
And I have to get the next two right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To tie it up. Okay.
Then we have to go off the top of our heads.
Yeah. This might be a little hard. That's what she said. Over or under 13. How many Oscars has Pixar won for Best Animated Feature? Over or under 13.
I'm going under.
Final answer?
Yeah.
That is correct. 11 films by Pixar. First of all, absurd fucking amount of Oscars that they have. 11 films have won Best Animated Feature Film. What's your favorite Pixar movie?
Blinking.
Blanking?
Yeah. I'm blinking right now.
I think for me it's Coco. I've been rewatching that for like the last 5 years since it came out. I'm pretty sure it's Coco now. Not Up. Not WALL-E. Not Toy Story 3. Not Monsters, Inc. Not A Bug's Life. I'm fairly fucking certain it's Coco, and then I think Onward. Just because I cried a lot to Onward. So,
Oh, it's gonna be Upper Cars.
oh yeah, I forgot about Cars.
Cars is I memorized that fucking song so many times.
Okay.
It gets stuck in my head for weeks. All right, last question. So I'm thinking it's really easy now.
Hold on, you're 2 for 4?
Yeah, you gotta get this wrong.
And I'm 3 for 4. Yeah, okay. All right.
I actually really don't know if I'm gonna get this right. Are you gonna get this right or not?
Okay.
What were two of the schools that were recruiting Troy Bolton?
I'm gonna give you answers, but I don't know if you're gonna let me, because I know that these make sense.
Okay,
but I'll
make
also
this easier.
I'll also be okay if you don't accept that. Go ahead.
I'll give you I'll make this a little easier so you can narrow it down. What school does his dad want him to go to, and what school does he want to go to?
Okay. Are we talking specifically the third movie, because this fucking plot line comes in through all?
Yes, but it's spoken in the third movie.
Okay. Third movie. Okay, got you. Cool. So the college that Chad is going to and that his dad wants Troy to go to is a fake college. And it's a fake college. They made it up. Because there is no University of Albuquerque. No. U of A. Yeah. University of Albuquerque Red Hawks. That's the one that his dad wants him to go to. Right?
That is correct.
Right? Okay. But then the one he wants to go to in the third movie. See, okay, I don't know, man. I don't know if you're going to get. Okay. He mentions. Because Gabriella is going to Berkeley. So he mentions Berkeley. But in that conversation that he's having with his dad, talking about his future, he mentions. His dad, you looked this up, right? So like you know what I'm talking
These are
about.
two answers, yes.
Okay, so his dad is shooting a basketball, right? And
That's when they're talking about colleges.
Okay,
Yes.
and Troy goes out there and he goes, "You want to tell me about this?" And he pulls out a fucking envelope.
Yeah.
The envelope was an application to California.
That's the school, but like, what's the specific school? Cal is a school. Like Brandon's like say like UC of California, like UC.
Yeah, UC California.
No.
Is
Is that your final answer?
Because that's what they say, right? They just say California.
No.
No?
No.
Okay, what is it?
Was that your final answer though?
Fuck. Okay, hold on. Let me think. California.
I'm gonna be really amazed because you're on it.
Hold on. Fuck, man. That's a good scene too. I love this fucking movie. All right, I'm gonna say Cal State.
Just Cal State? Final answer? He goes to Cal Berkeley.
Fuck!
Because she goes to Stanford.
Oh, she goes to Stanford. Yeah, okay. I got it mixed up. Fuck!
You were on it by accident because you had the wrong people.
I know, bro. Oh, that pisses me off.
Let's go.
Okay, so I ended 3 for 5?
Yes, I would have accepted Juilliard as well. Because in one of the
yeah,
movies,
that's
in one of the movies, he talks about Juilliard.
Yeah. Fuck, man. And he wasn't even if I said Juilliard, let me go on a little rant here. He wasn't even interested
Yeah.
in basketball Juilliard. Fuck.
Close.
Damn. All right. Now you got to get this one right.
It's Cal. You were right. When you see Berkeley though, it just says Cal.
Yeah. Fuck. I'm pissed. All right, bro. You have to get this wrong. Not only because I want to win, but because I don't have any fucking other questions prepared.
I don't care.
All right, bro. Let's see. You're not gonna get this one. Not including sequels. So you can't say Avatar.
Okay.
Not including sequels. Name 5 James Cameron directed movies.
Oh, I have no fucking idea. Titanic, Avatar. I'm done.
You know more. Come on, you know at least. You would know at least 2 more.
I don't do directors.
It does not matter. If you get these next 2, 4 out of 5. If you get these next 2, huge franchises. Think about it.
Huge franchises.
Mm-hmm. He's directed 4 out of like a lot of the biggest franchises. Think about it. Sigourney Weaver.
Oh, Alien?
Okay.
I don't,
Actual answer is Aliens, but we'll give it to him.
so, well, yeah, she's in a movie called Alien, though.
Right, but that one wasn't.
You bitch.
So
Let me think. All right.
you just need to get one more right, and you have to get this one.
Fucking, I don't know, Star Trek?
Final answer?
Yeah.
Actually,
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm gonna give you one more try because
I don't do directors.
You're gonna be pissed.
Transformers.
All right.
That's James Bay, isn't it?
Who?
That's James Bay.
Michael
No,
Bay.
Michael Bay. Tripping. Again, I don't fucking do directors.
So your final question or your final answers were Titanic, Avatar,
Alien.
Aliens.
Aliens. And Transformers.
All right. Thank you for playing.
I lost.
I'm very sorry. The final movie, if you would have said this, I would have gave you it. The final movie is Terminator.
Oh, okay.
He did Terminator 2.
I wouldn't have done that.
It's the biggest franchise.
And
One of the biggest franchises.
I don't know directors very well.
Yeah. I guess I'm going home with 60. I'm in my home. I'm going home with $63,000. Yeah. That was fun. That was very fun. You suck.
Yeah.
Yeah. You suck really bad, actually.
I catered your questions to you, you bitch.
Look, man, I don't know how to do this. Like, I can ask you like a bunch of questions about Shaolin soccer.
I don't even remember the main character's name.
All right. Yeah. Okay. So, anything else you want to talk about? I mean, like, we've been going for like an hour.
Yeah. I mean, nobody asked us any questions.
No.
Crazy.
No, nobody did. But that's crazy because like everybody who follows us on Instagram, you guys saw it. You fucking bitches. You guys literally watched me ask you. I'll never forget. I think he's like he can do what Jonathan Majors did. It's not like Jonathan Majors did a lot. He only had one real like place to show his acting ability, and that was in Ant-Man Quantumania.
No, I'm talking potential. Like, because you have to play so many different versions, and I think
that's true.
He's a lot more like adept to like acting different.
Mm-hmm.
We've only how would you seen John Boyega in?
Fuck.
Exactly.
Hold on.
Camera off.
Yep. Camera's dead. But the podcast is still running, so you're just gonna see Hyder's face until the podcast ends. We're gonna cut this short. Next week will be better, I swear to God, because I'm gonna get the parts that I need. You guys can follow us on Instagram at the Playback Podcast. You can follow us on Twitter at Playback Pod. I swear to God, we are gonna do stuff better next week. This was fine, right?
Yeah, I mean, it didn't go as bad as I think you thought it was gonna go.
Yeah. So, thank you guys for listening. We are here every single week. You guys can follow us and subscribe to us. Leave comments down below if you guys want to ask us any questions. We're going to be looking at that stuff. Welcome to YouTube. Let's clap it up. Clap it up for our first YouTube video. And hopefully I don't off myself while editing this. Yeah, thank you guys for listening. We appreciate you. And watching. Thank you guys for watching. That's great. Okay. We will see you guys next time.
All right. Red Bull, please sponsor us.
Yes, please. Bye-bye.